Hey there, everyone. You can see us probably on our webcam. My name is Jared Wise. I'm the Vice President of Marketing and Communications with your Better Business Bureau. With me today, I have Zach McDowell. He's our Communications Coordinator.
Hello out there.
So we're going to be giving you a presentation on building an award-winning Torch Award entry. Like I said, our webcam is on right now, so you can see our handsome faces if you would like, or you can shut us down if you would like, at least on the webcam portion. We'll also be answering questions at the end as well, so we'll go through this full presentation. So if you have questions, feel free to go to your taskbar and put in your questions, and we'll make sure to answer those in the end as well, and then we'll go from there. So I think we're about ready to get started. We're about a minute after 2 o'clock right now. We have several people on. So we'll get started right now. And this is going to be recorded as well. And we'll be sharing this on social media and also probably on our website as well. And we'll be sending another stream page blast to all of our accredited businesses as well for this with this information. So I'm going to turn it right over to our fantastic communications coordinator, Zach McDowell, and we're going to get started here.
All right. Welcome, everybody. So let's jump right into it. Let's go over what we're going to cover today. As you can see, we're going to talk about, what is BBB. We'll go over an overview of the Torch Awards, talk about eligibility, tell you how to apply, talk about the judging process a little bit, and then we will go over the criteria. And what everybody wants to know is what you will win if you win the Torch Awards. So let's keep going. All right. So what is BBB? BBB helps people find and recommend businesses, brands, and charities they can trust. We have our mission and our vision up there. Mission to be the leader in advancing marketplace trust, and vision is an ethical marketplace where buyers and sellers trust each other.
And a good point to make on that too, part of our mission is to celebrate marketplace role models, and that's exactly what this Torch Awards does. So just kind of a sub-part of our mission as well.
Yeah, and there are over 100 BBB locations across the United States, Canada, and Mexico. This BBB serves 13 counties in the greater Bay Area and northern coastal California. Mm-hmm. And so an overview of the Torch Awards. Torch Awards competition was originally designed to celebrate ethical businesses and promote a fair and honest marketplace. In the essence of our vision, this program recognizes marketplace role models for their commitment to ethical behavior. The program also promotes a community of trustworthy businesses that consumers can rely on. And so, who can enter? Eligibility. The award is not just limited to a particular kind of business. In fact, any for-profit business that is headquartered in our 13-county area can enter. This includes the counties of Alameda, San Mateo, San Francisco, Contra Costa, Solano, Napa, Sonoma, Marin, Humboldt Lake, Mendocino, Trinity, and Del Norte. Accreditation is not required, but a business must maintain a B rating or better in order to qualify. You must also have been in operation for 3 years and cannot have won a BBB Torch Award within the last 3 years. Now, this is our first Torch Awards in this area, but just in case you were headquartered outside of our service area and had participated in Torch Awards with another BBB and won, and then transferred here, just to make sure that if you won an award within the last 3 years, that would make you ineligible for this year's Torch Awards. Also, you cannot have any government affiliations as well.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to go to how to apply. How to apply. It's all done online. You can see the link right there. I think Jared's going to take us to the site so you can see what it looks like.
Hopefully this will be popping up. There we go.
And so there is the microsite we created, which is on our website at bbb.org. What's cool about this form and filling it out, the entry form, is there's a save and resume later function. So one of the ways that you can fill out this form is instead of doing the whole application at once and going through the entire thing, you can do parts of it, save it, and then come back to it later. So if we can go ahead and start, maybe we can
kind of practice the process real quick.
Yeah, show them how to do it.
We'll start real quick.
And so this box at the top with organization information, if you check that box, you only have to put in the organization's name to start working on the different criterias. If you don't check that box, they're going to ask you to fill out the entire form before you continue. But if you wanted to get an idea of what the criteria 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 are, check that box, put in the organization's name, and then it'll let you continue on to criteria 1. The save and resume later function, if you click save, so right there you can copy that link, or what you can do is enter your email address in the box below, and what it will do is email you that link, and then so whenever you want to go back to the form, all you got to do is open up your inbox, click on that link, and it will take you back to where you left off.
And a good point to make here is that we do have several submissions in our system right now that are incomplete, so a lot of people are working on them right now. If you have started that process and you have questions about it, or you're missing that link, or you didn't see it, we can get that for you. So just feel free to email us, and we'll make sure that you get that link as well. But this is a great feature to have, because sometimes you have to come back and you have to get some paperwork or some other documents. So just use the save and resume feature. It's great to have.
Yeah. All right. And so there's also, you can also nominate a business on the online form. Next to the entry form, there's a button saying nominate a business. That's on the right side of the entry form. On the left side of the entry form is more information, which tells you a little bit more about Torch Awards and what it entails.
Perfect.
So moving on to the judging process. There are 5 categories based on the total number of employees. An award will be given out for each category size. There are 5 categories. So if you're 1 to 10 employees, that puts you in that category. 50 to 99 employees, that'll put you in the other category. So mom and pop shop will not be going up against, say, Facebook or something like that. So 1 winner will be awarded in each category. The entries are judged by a panel of independent judges from around our service area. There are 6 judging criteria. They carry a maximum of 10 points each for a total of 60 points. And the judging period runs from April 17th through the 27th. And then our contest entry ends
on April 7th at 5 p.m. Pacific time. So make sure that you have all those entries completed and submitted by that time. And then we'll gather all those, and for most of April is going to be the judging process with our judges.
Yeah, so a good idea is if you want to use the save and resume later function, the earlier you start, the better. That way, if you wanted to work on 1 criteria a day or every other day, that'll give you some time to work on it, save it, and then come back to it later. So the criteria that is involved in the Torch Awards are right here. There are 6. The criteria is leadership commitment to ethical practices, communication of ethical practices, leadership practices to unify the organization, organizational commitment to performance, organizational commitment to ethical human resource practices, and organizational commitment to the community. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to break it down, tell you a little bit more about each criteria. Jared's going to give you some examples of what you're going to want to submit for each criteria, each category.
And these will be the subsections for each of the online form that you're completing. So for each slide, you need to put in, I believe, a brief descriptor and then some attachments as well. It's always good to probably have about 2 attachments per criteria. So just an example of criteria 1, this is leadership's commitment to ethical practices. You want to describe how your leaders in your organization work to increase the appearance of their own high character in the organization's culture. And this can be anything from a statement of the leader's personal code of ethics and how this code became personally significant. If you just have a letter from the CEO that includes some sort of personal statement of his or her own commitment to ethical business practices. I know CEOs are very busy, but if you can grab that from them and just get it like a paragraph, 2 paragraphs, something to express that, all you have to do is just upload that to the system, and that will count as criteria 1.
Yeah, the form itself, as far as the technical part of it, is really quite simple. There's a drag and drop feature, so if you minimize one screen and have your documents next to you, all I do is drag it over to the upload box and let go of it, and it should upload there right away. It's a pretty easy process.
Yeah, and then there's also examples on each of those criteria of what you can include. But think of it this way: the better the quality, the more chances you have of actually winning. So the more thought, the more time you put into it. This is what the judges are going to be looking for. They're looking for the quality of the entry. So if you just write a paragraph and then move on to the next one, that might not be an award winner. But if you really put your heart and soul into it and collect those documents and upload them and just double check them for grammar, of course, spelling, then you should be good to go. So it'll make you more competitive.
Yeah, and that's why it's recommended to use the save and resume later function. That way you can put a lot of effort into one criteria at a time and come back to it later, so you're not overwhelming yourself with the entire form at once. All right, so moving on. Criteria 2, communication of ethical practices. Tell us how your leaders reinforce and build a culture of trust.
And this one can be anything from how, once again, the CEO's personal code of ethics is communicated actually to the employees, to your vendors, or to customers. It could be use of a character code or content and management, like a meeting. It could be examples of ethical challenges that you face as an organization and how they're actually resolved. So that could be a simple write-up. And also how ethical behaviors of employees are identified and recognized. So, I mean, that could be a multitude of things. But once again, anything in a document form or that you can picture that would be great.
All right. And so here we go, criteria 3. Leadership practices to unify the organization. Explain the whys of your organization. Why work here? Why be a customer? Why be a supplier? Why we are who we are. So an example for that, examples of training and policies that assist employees and corporate officers in carrying out ethical practices and behaviors. How recognition and celebration or other practices are used to unite employees, reinforce the mission of the organization's values. So I guess, like, an employee of the month, if you give out an employee of the month award, what criteria do you use to determine that? How is the winner, judged in your organization? So that's some of the examples.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, and also compensation systems and factors that help to unite the workers, your workers, and also transparency of management information and reports. So once again, this could be a multitude of things. And like I said, and Zach mentioned, there are examples on each one of these of what you can include in each one of the steps as well.
Criteria 4, organizational commitment to performance. Leaders guide organizational performance by implementing high competency management practices. Let's see, an example of this: practices in the use of clear measurements to evaluate progress, analyze performance, and adjust plans to accomplish goals. Samples of your advertising or promotional information materials that you feel particularly exemplify your focus on ethical expression. Accountability and compensation. Well, you said that one on the last one. Accountability and compensation systems implemented for high performance.
High performance, yeah.
How innovation is encouraged and rewarded, as an example.
Yeah. So you'll notice some of these kind of bridge off of each other a little bit, but they're tailored a little bit to actually be a different criteria itself. Another thing is just innovation. How is innovation with your organization encouraged and then also rewarded? So once again, that would be a write-up. If you have pictures, if you have any other documents that you have to show those or to show that, would help with your actual entry.
Okay, moving on. Criteria 5, The organizational commitment to ethical human resource practices. The human resource practices that prepare, continually support, and recognize and provide opportunities for growth of all staff members.
Mm-hmm. And this could be anything from how employees are actually involved in the hiring process, practices and procedures to actually resolve ethical issues among your employees, and unique systems and processes for actually training and preparing your staff. So once again, this could be a multitude of things, but the more examples, the better.
Yeah, or how employees influence, the organizational practices and decisions, how everybody is involved. That's another thing that you could use.
Sure.
And then criteria 6, organizational commitment to the community. What are ways the organization is engaged with the industry, community, and public at large? This could do something if you have won an award from a local chamber of commerce or from the city that you're headquartered in, or perhaps if you sponsor a little league team and you've given talks to the kids around the neighborhood, around around the area that you service. Those are some of the things that you can think of.
Or anything like volunteering. I mean, we just volunteered on Friday with Alameda County Community Food Bank, who's an accredited charity with us. So that would be something. Zach did a Facebook Live at the event as well. So that's something to kind of think of, because that could be incorporated into this award as well.
All right. And then to the part that everybody wants to know, what do you get if you win? So being selected as a BVB Torch Award winner is an honor and includes inclusion in a press release announcing the winners. We're going to make announcements through our social media channels. You get a lifetime use of the BVB Torch Award seal as long as you maintain a B rating with us. We are going to come and personally present you with the trophy. We're going to take professional photos as we do so. You're going to get perpetual placement on the Torch Award winners page, again, as long as you maintain a B rating. And you are qualified to enter the International BVB Torch Awards for Ethics, and I think Jared can talk a little bit more about what that is.
Yeah, so once the winners for each category are determined, we'll notify you by phone first, and then this will be an award where we come to your office and celebrate with your staff. So we'll make sure to plan the day. Myself, Zach will be there, our CEO. We'll all come out, present the award, and then after that point, and this will probably happen sometime in the beginning of May, after that point we'll work with you on getting your International Torch Award entry prepared, because that'll happen also in May. So we have about a 2-week turnaround for the winners, because that means that your Torch Award will be competing against other local Torch Award winners from across North America. And the winner for that will be announced at our assembly, which happens in Atlanta this year. I believe it's in September. So something to kind of think about, that even though this is a local recognition at Torch Awards, if you're a winner here, you do have the potential for it to go national. So your company overall might be recognized, well, I guess internationally, because it'll be North America too. So just something to keep in mind. This is very easy. It's free to enter. All you have to do is enter online. Once we get your submission, that's it. We take it from there. We'll work with the judges. The judges will decide their winner, and then from that point, we'll announce it. And like I said, it's free entry. It really, if you have all the documents and everything you need for it, you really don't have to. It really probably is not as time consuming as it initially looks, because you have about a 10 or 11 step process. But if you have all your items organized, it'll be an easy upload. What Zach said, kind of a drag and drop feature. Just write a quick paragraph, drag and drop all your documents. We'll receive those. Once again, save and resume if you need to. Save that link. If other people in your organization need to use that link, share it with them so they can add parts of it, like maybe your human resources department needs to do that last criteria. Maybe your chief innovative officer might need to do the innovation side of it. So just kind of think about that. You know, it might be a coordination with your office, but in the long run, it'll be this is a great opportunity to be a winner of this, especially for our inaugural, the first year Torch Awards, because you're going to be advertised from now on as a Torch Award winner as long as you maintain that B rating.
Yeah, and so it's sooner rather than later to get the process started is a good suggestion. That way you have time. Again, save and resume. You can come back, fix things, change things around if needed. So it's always better not to wait till the last minute to submit your entry.
Yeah.
And really take advantage of the save and resume function, because that's going to be your best friend when filling this thing out.
So at this time, as you noticed, our social media channels as well, you're welcome to follow us there. We're going to be promoting Torch Awards for the next month or so on all of these platforms. So we're on Facebook, Twitter, we're even on Snapchat, we're on YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, we're also on Pinterest too. That's our handle, at Golden Gate BAB. You'll see our mobile BAB branded vehicle around town with that on it too. But if you have any questions, go and ask them now. I haven't seen any pop up yet. We do have several attendees on, but I don't see any questions pop up yet.
Very thorough job on this. No questions, answered all the questions.
Yes, you did. But also, if you have obviously any additional questions that we don't have, and it looks like we do have one popping in right now. Let me see if I can pop it up because my little computer is kind of hard to see. My question is it worth applying if I am self-employed? Many of the categories focus on your employees. Yes, so even if you're an employee of one, you can enter. So just kind of tailor that, if you're self-employed or your own employer, your employee of one, tailor that entry to be about you. So for instance, the last criteria where it dealt with, let me go back to my paper and I apologize, hang on 1 second. When it dealt with organizational commitment to the community. Now that would be something that you individually, as yourself and as your organization, went out to. So once again, sponsor a softball league, or maybe you went out and volunteered for your company's name. That could be something that you can also include. So yeah, so even though we say it's about employees, this could also be about the employee of one as well, because especially you're the hard worker out there doing all your work. So I mean, definitely highlight everything that you do as an individual. So I hope that helped answer that question.
Yes, it is worth it.
So if there's no other questions, once again, if you do have additional questions, reach out to us at communications@bbbemail.org. Now that email, myself, Zach, all of our marketing and communications team gets that email. So if one of us happen to be out, we'll make sure to respond to you as quick as possible. You definitely want to go to go.bbb.org/sf-torch awards. Save that if you're doing the entry. And that'll have all of the information that you pretty much need to fill out an award-winning Torch Award entry as well. I'm going to quickly, it says thank you, but I'm going to quickly go off the screen because I want to go back to that again, the Torch Awards page. So I apologize for going blank here for a second. So go.bbb.org/f-torch awards. I just want to end with this shot just so you know where to go. Once again, the About section will have all the information you need. The entry form will be your one-stop shop for everything you need to do to upload all of your documents, all of your information. And then if you know of a business, and it's not your business doing this, but you know someone else in the industry that would be a good potential qualifying business to be a Torch Award winner, nominate them. So go to nominate a business, and we'll reach out to that business and encourage them to apply for the Torch Awards as well. And we'll let them know who is also their nominating person as well. So anyway, can you think of anything else that you would like to add?
No, just enter early. That would be my thing. Enter early and be as thorough as possible.
And once again, we have several submissions that are partial submissions right now. I think a lot of people are working on them right now. So make sure to get those in. I wouldn't wait till the last minute. I wouldn't wait till 5 p.m. on April 7th to do it, because if something is wrong or if something is missing or one of the forms that you uploaded is not printing right on our end, then we'll need to reach out to you and let you know about that. But if we get those entries too late, that's pretty much the deadline of the deadline. So we want to get those in as early as possible. But I mean, of course, if it's a major error, we're going to work with you on it, because we don't want your hard work to go to waste. There's a lot of great ethical businesses out there, and we really want to highlight them. So great. So I think that's about it. If there's no other questions, and it doesn't look like it, like I said, go to communications@bbbemail.org, or go to this submission page, the go.bbb.org/sf-torch awards, and it should have all your information right there. We will be promoting this for the next month or so, so check our social media channels, and also the emails that you get from our vendor stream page. Those happen the second Tuesday of every month. But you're going to be seeing some more in your emails as well to encourage you to sign up. Like I said, it's free. There's no reason you shouldn't be doing it. So, I mean, it's just a great opportunity to highlight your business. A lot of good public recognition if you win this. So anyway, I think that's about it.
Thank you for joining us, everybody.
Yeah. So we'll do a fist bump?
Yeah, fist bump, and then you guys all go out there and start filling out your forms.
Yeah, that's right. So we look forward to seeing him. And like I said, if we have questions, if we see him on your end, on our end, if there's any errors or anything on our end, we'll make sure to reach out to you and try to work with you on helping you submit a good quality entry. So good luck to all you Torch Award entrants that come in. We look forward to it. And yeah, we'll be seeing you soon. Sign out.